on?
Hey, Tom. How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. You having a good day out there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, a couple things, Tom. Number one, I started listening to you in 2001 and never stopped. Yep. And I owe you a lot, my family as well. Okay, this is the first time I'm calling.
I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much.
And now, here's Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 2 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone had a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Let's take a look at one of our 4 agreements. Create new agreements based on love and respect. Take the responsibility to make new agreements with those you love. And if an agreement doesn't work, change the agreement and create a new one. Use your imagination to explore all the possibilities. I got a real treat for you today, folks. I got my partner, Steve Rhodes, with me.
Hi, folks.
And if you haven't heard our show in the morning, you tune in 10 to 11 every morning. We're going to be talking to markets out here. Let's go take a look at them. Market-wise, what we got? We had the Dow up 102, NASDAQ up 21, S&P's up 11, gold contract up $17, trading at $1,678. Silver up 64 cents, trading out at $32.64. Copper up 7 pennies at 366. Light sweet crude down 73 cents at 85.08. Bonds down a point at 138. You had the dollar index, King dollar, that is, down 62 at 77.28, and the yen was up 64, trading out at 77.29. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? We get to 12/20/25. Now, what does that do, folks? First off, it's into August 4th. It's also got into the 31st of August, September 1st, September 16th, as well as the high that was generated on the 20th. F-A-I-L-U-R-E. Right across the board.
That's right.
Right across the board, folks. This is what we did. You did 1 billion shares. You're going into 1.8 billion, 1.2 billion, 1.2 billion. Couldn't hold the price. Bottom line, what does it want to do? Now you're going to be dealing with 1125 on your S&P. We go to the Dow Industrials. You take a look at the Dow, and what they had going with the Dow is that they got their top line number going, didn't they?
They got it up 200 or close to 200,
yeah.
Right?
And, you know, when we say the top line number, folks, it looks beautiful that the Dow's up 200 because it is a big number, but you're dealing with a number of 11,500.
That's right.
Bottom line, that couldn't hold either. Dow got over the swing points that 11,550 there, went to 11,625, couldn't hold it. Bottom line, what is it saying? It's saying back down the other side into this consolidation that we've been in since August 8th. NASDAQ Composite. Now, the composite, folks, wild trip in the composite, no doubt. The composite, you got to remember, took us off the bottom.
It did.
Right?
It did.
Rejected the bottom. Comes up to the high in the last 2 days. I mean, we're on
no
nothing.
volume. That's right.
Absolutely
last
nothing.
3 days.
Last 3 days.
Last
That's
three
right.
days, really.
So check this out, folks. What do we do today? We get to 26.29. You know, your swing point out there is 26.43. The bottom of that is the 25.89. We do 1.9 billion. Okay, you're going into 3.3 billion, 2 billion. Bottom line, couldn't handle it. See ya. Don't want to be ya. And inside that whole context, folks, good old Apple. Okay? Apple, now, you talk about, we have the vine out here. Someone's taking a bite out of Apple. Apple came down on 44 million shares. We go up today on 22 million, and just couldn't tag that 411. And that 411 is the highs, is the lows of the highs.
Well, there's a gap up there, too.
And
so the gap stopped it.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, right there.
Right.
The gap actually stopped it from getting up
exactly,
there. Yeah.
Exactly. Trapped like rats.
Yes.
You know? So, bottom line, folks, what you can expect now here. Well, let's go over to the dollar. Because we know it's all about the dollar. You know, dollar pulls back, market goes topside in a big way. We go over to that dollar index. We take a look at the dollar index. What does it do? Comes back on 34,000 contracts. You're dealing with 44,000 contracts. Pretty amazing all around, okay? You know, we're at 77.28, so what, that swing can get hit at the 76.58 mark, right?
Yeah.
You know, that's how that thing is shaking out.
Preferably in overnight trading.
Yeah,
That'd be the beauty.
Yeah, that's right. The reason that Steve's saying that, of course, is Steve and I, we sold into this market out here today. Now, listen, folks. Steve and I do a program every morning, 10 to 11. You can get it, you know, at TFNN. You can get it on all your devices. You also can get it on Tiger TV.
Yeah, Channel 15. Channel 15 is archive shows.
Channel 15, okay. And when it's live, of course, it's just on the live channel.
Yes.
Now, today, this is, you know, Steve has an outstanding newsletter, but he also, well, tell us, you have the newsletter, but then you do webinars with it, right?
That's right. Yeah, there's a you know, I introduced the lunar trading strategy,
right,
you know, months ago, back in July, and I've been using that for quite a long time.
Yes.
And so introduced that in July, and so what I do is every other week I do a live webcast from about 3 to about 3:50 in the afternoon.
Right.
And what we're doing is we're taking a look at either lunar aspects that are going on out there or planetary aspects, because many of them have an impact on the marketplace.
Right.
Now, the lunar strategy absolutely does. You know, you've seen the chart.
Yes.
All of my subscribers, you know, a few others, you know, have seen that chart. And during this consolidation period, which has been so beautiful,
I know.
You know, we've added a couple of other lunar aspects that have been great market turns.
Right.
You know, in between full moons, new moons, and so forth. So we take a look at that, which we did. But what's also pretty cool, as you know, the last one we did was 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, folks, we were long going into that session, that webcast at 3 o'clock or so. By 3:30, 3:40 live, 3:50, we were short.
Right.
You know, and what was great was that everybody was able to see why, what we were doing, and so forth. Now, today being the full moon and apogee, we knew that today had a, you know, look, during this, I'll tell you this, during this consolidation cycle, it had like about 100% chance of being a turn.
Right.
Now, if it doesn't, what my subscribers also know is how we'll go ahead and play it. But so far, it's working just as we would have expected.
That's right. And I guess there's more than just the moon, because you're waiting for the pattern to set up simultaneously. And what has happened, it's crazy that they're set up right to the day.
Well, it is, you know, because we like to use the either aspects or a lunar cycle, if you will, as a timing tool.
Right.
But price and volume always have the priority.
Right.
You know, if it just isn't setting up, then, you know, then it doesn't make sense. In this case here, you know, from 9 o'clock when I kicked off the 9 o'clock show, and we took a look at what was going on in Europe, okay, and then we know the signals that gave us at 11:30, you know, when those markets closed, so we were like, oh, this is beautiful.
Yeah.
And as our markets kept pushing up, we're like, well, that's beautiful, because the reality is, folks, is that, you know, people talk about you want to sell at highs and buy at lows. We actually do.
Right.
You know, we're looking for fear and greed. We're looking to be able to sell into a high and buy into a low.
Right. And what happens there, folks, okay, is that your money management is 10 times better, okay? And the reason it's 10 times better, well, first off, your risk is lower and your reward is higher, because you're not guessing where you're going to go on the other side. Because if it breaks, you know, lower or higher, or bottom line is that, you know, you're going a lot lower or higher, okay? So, you know, now, next Wednesday. Next Wednesday. So check this out, folks. So next Wednesday, tell us.
Next Wednesday from 6:30 to 7:30, I'm doing a free webinar, free 1 hour webinar.
Okay.
And this is really for everybody, whether they're subscribers to your newsletter services, the Gold Report, Market Insights, Basil's, Chapman Wave, Larry's newsletter, Ken Shreve's, Dave's, whoever it is. This is what I've created. Is I've created a money management tool that helps people to identify exactly what their position size should be. So it works for my subscribers. Get it for free. It's included with the service. And position sizing and understanding the 1% risk aspect is something that is so helpful. It will help people make money, also help people have peace of mind trading. You know, in these markets where you've got all this fear and volatility, that's going on, what you really need is you also need to be able to have a trading system so that it protects you.
Yes.
You know, and what I know is that the math is real simple, folks. If you just take 1% of your trading capital, that's all you risk, and you just simply risked 50 cents on a trade and made $1, okay? That if you had 35 of those trades in a row, you would double your working capital. That means if you started with 10 grand, 35 trades in a row, only risking 1%, you'd have 20 grand. but it would take you 230 trades to take that 10 grand down to 100. You're not going to be following Tom's newsletter, my newsletter, anybody else for 230 losing trades, right? That's amazing. And we're not going to have 230 losing trades.
Right.
So the odds, the probability, all of a sudden is in your favor.
Yes.
And so you want to attend that webcast for sure, webinar for sure. But whether you're using my services or not, that's a whole different thing. You're using Tom's services, you absolutely want to go on there because it'll make it easy for you.
If you're out there just in your own mutual funds.
That's right.
Because the bottom line is that you'll start understanding what you have at risk, and you'll probably figure out, yes, it is free, and you're going to figure out that you may be risking more than you think. Because you know what happens in mutual funds a lot?
Yeah.
People think that they're diversified, right? And every mutual fund, man and woman, they're not.
Oh,
okay?
no.
They're piled into, a few different deals.
Yeah, it's still your money at work, and so, it's no different than mutual funds and ETF.
Right.
A version of the ETFs that we've got out there today. Only some of our ETFs are really specialized, so that's what makes it also very nice.
It's a beautiful name.
And it is absolutely free. And it's 6:30 to 9:30. You sign up on the front page of TFNN. It's in the carousel.
Right.
It's the first item in the carousel. And when you sign up, there will be an email that comes back to you that just confirms. So you need to opt back in. Look for that email. Some of you may have already signed up. Look for that email in your junk box. Sometimes they end up going to the junk box. But it's a tribute to you, all the services that we provide to everybody out there. And whether you're a newsletter subscriber or not, doesn't matter. If you're trading on your own, you want to have a tool. You want to understand the tool, whether you do your calculations yourself.
We get a Tiger. He says, "Man, I'd love to catch Steve's webinar next week, but I have a dinner meeting scheduled." Hey, forget eating. Eating.
That's right.
What are we talking about eating? There's no eating, no sleeping. It's just trading.
If you want to pay for the the question is, do you want to pay for the meal? I'll help you pay for the meal.
We're only kidding, Tucker. I know. Well, listen, don't you worry. Well, Steve's going to be doing another one, but folks, come join us.
And 2 weeks from now is when my next webcast is. So this week and 2 weeks ago when we were trading live, in essence, okay? Well, the next webcast is October 26th. When we have our next set of fireworks, absolutely set to go off because it's a huge P-index date, planetary index date, Pesavento index date, and so we're going to be doing that one live. So folks can simply go subscribe to my service, okay?
Right.
It's 30 days. You've got access to me for 30 days, risk-free. All you're doing is putting down a credit card, for $149. And if you don't like the service or I'm not making any money or whatever it is, it's guaranteed, 100%. So unconditional.
What you can do, folks, you can go, you can check it out, you can get the service for a month. If you don't like it, you can have your money back.
That's right.
And
but you'll love it.
You get 2 different webinars. Now, folks, we're gonna in this break right here, we want you to understand what you should be doing. The song is all about it. This is Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. You stay right there. We're going to be coming right back.
Have a great day, folks.
Hey.